Let me just go ahead and start getting people into the Zoom room. I'm going to turn this around. What's up, Wesley? What's going on? I trust that you guys, well, anyhow, I hope that you guys have done the assignment. And the assignment is as you're making your phone calls, you should be writing down the objections and the questions you're getting so that we can role play those out. Hold on one second here. Got an echo. There we go. All right. Got that echo out of here. So, yeah, good morning, guys. I see we got a good amount of people on Instagram. Jerome, I don't know if people got the memo, man. I don't know if they think I'm going to be here. You know how agents are. I sent the email out. I did the post. I let them know I'm going to be here, but it's Black Friday. So I guess we'll see who's really committed to the process. I definitely have people here. I got some people coming in here. Here's Manny coming in. I'm going to
I
turn the
made a
screen
call.
around here on Instagram. And listen, whoever shows.
I told
Manny,
you I
what's
was
up,
gonna be back and
man?
forth.
Out of
David, can you
Miami.
hear me?
Yeah,
I told you I was gonna be back and forth prospecting between because Black Friday is the day.
I
Already got an
know.
appointment. Already got an appointment
That's what I'm
before
talking
8:30.
about,
So
man. That's what
yeah,
I'm
I'm
talking
here
about.
though. I promise I'm gonna be here, so I'm doing both, but I'm here. Already got one. And
Okay, perfect.
I thought it wasn't gonna pull through. He sounded like he just woke up, but I text and he was like, here's the pictures. So we all good, man.
I
It's already
love to
got.
hear that, man. And I'm gonna have to holler at you, man, because my Phantom is not coming into this meeting like it's supposed to and recording. So I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
I got you.
All right, so guys, let's go ahead and get started. So, what's up, Raj? What's going on, Manny? What's going on, Terrell? Appreciate y'all being here. Taylor's here. Taylor's out, in California. So if he can get on here at 5:30 in the morning, where are my Jersey people at? But I know how it goes. Y'all got the itis from eating all that turkey and don't want to get up and work, but you want to get up and go shop and go spend money you don't have because you ain't been doing the work. But I'm gonna stop preaching anyhow. Let's get into it. Let's just go. So let me start off just by asking, and Taylor and Manny, I got to remind you guys of the rules here. And I'm sticking by these rules, no exceptions. If you're going to be in the Zoom room, you got to have your camera on. I don't care if you're having a bad hair day. I'll give you a couple minutes, but you got to get that camera turned on. Raj, what have you been coming up with? Okay, I'll give you five, Taylor. I got you. Raj, on the phone, what's the biggest objection you're getting or tough question that you're having a hard time, overcoming and pushing through?
A lot of people, I think they feel that, and I'm pushing against it, but they feel okay, we're only a month away from January. They think their rates are going to drop like that with the new president.
Okay.
So it doesn't happen like that. And then I also tell them that you also understand that when you're thinking this way, and a lot of people out, what does that mean? You're going to have a lot more competition, so people are going to not just stop at your house; they're going to stop at everyone else on the block. So if you think buyers aren't out there, they're out there.
They definitely are out there. So here's my question, Raj, and this is for you, but also everyone on this phone, on this call. What you said is true. Are you asking questions or are you telling them?
I'm more telling them instead
All
of
right.
I have to reframe it to say, so what do you expect when if you are thinking of putting your home on the market in the spring, what do you think the other sellers are going to do?
Well, let's reframe it right now. So, hey, Raj, man, I appreciate it, but we're just gonna wait until January. I just think with Trump coming in office, interest rates are going to drop, and I'll have a better opportunity.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm just curious though, when so you're going to wait to list your home, so you are motivated to sell your home.
I am. I do need
Okay,
to get
what was your plan when you sold your home? Like, what are you expecting to move to?
Oh, so we already have a property secured down in Greensboro, North Carolina. So
Okay,
once we get this sold, we're going to be moving right down into that property.
wow, Greensboro, great area. I'm excited for you. So you're going to wait till spring because your expectations is with the new president, the interest rates are going to go down and you're going to get great offers for your home.
I
Correct.
mean, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Okay. So, but do you think that other sellers might have the same thoughts as well?
I
Other
mean,
your neighbors who are looking to sell, they may have the same thoughts.
I've talked to a couple of people who are thinking the same thing to hold off and wait.
Okay, to hold off and wait. Okay. So when you're all waiting, what happens when your home goes on the market and their home goes on the market at the same time?
I mean, it's more competition, but isn't
And
competition
what could
good?
that Not necessarily, because they're going to compare your home to theirs. The advantage of selling your home or listing your home in the next week or two is that the buyers are still out there. The motivated buyers who want to pay top dollar are still out there. So if you're looking to wait, it's not only a month away from you getting down to Greensboro, but it's also time that you have no other competition. Very few people are putting out there. So if there's 2 to 3 homes in your town and you're one of them that are for sale today, guess what? You'll draw the most amount of buyers. Does that make sense?
It does. And yet, so guys, what I want to get across, and I think I see Jerome putting it in the chat too, it's don't say blah, 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 blah when you can say blah. Like if you can just get straight to the point. Because you're losing me a little bit. But what you're saying is it's good. You just need to be a little bit more direct. So how would you, if you just wanted to be more direct, you asked me the question, what's going to happen if, my neighbors feel the same way and put their house on the market? And I said, more competition. Let's take it from right there and just be more direct and close me faster.
So more competition. Okay. So that means more competition for you compared to all your neighbors, and the buyers have more competition. So that drives the price of your home down, doesn't it?
Yeah, but get there without telling me. Ask me some questions to get me to realize that it's going to drive the price down. Remember, because if you're telling me, I'm going to think that's your opinion. If I say it, then it's a fact. So get me to say it.
Got it. So the buyers come to your house.
You got it, man. You got this.
No. Okay. So you're listing your home in January, and buyers, very motivated buyers, come to see your house, but now they see the other houses on the block. So what do you think they will do when they see your home and every other home that's for sale?
If they like my house, which I think they will, they'll make an offer.
They do, but there's also other homes on the inventory goes up. And what happens when the inventory goes up? More choices for the buyers.
What else? So I'm gonna pause you here. So I want you just to be direct with it. So Raj, man, so what I hear you saying is you want to wait until January, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you're thinking because of Trump coming in office and interest rates, you may have a better opportunity. That's what I hear you saying, right?
Correct.
I don't know if that's true or not. If I could predict the future, I'd be retired already. I don't have a crystal ball. I know the best time to sell your house is right now. Raj, let me ask you this, though. If every seller is feeling the way you feel and everybody puts their house on the market in January, just think about standard, supply and demand. When you have more inventory, what tends to happen to price?
Price goes down.
Yeah. I mean, so if you wait until January, I agree with you. Price is probably going to go down because there's going to be more inventory. So shouldn't we do the right thing and actually sit down now and have a conversation about what it looks like to get your home sold when there's less competition? Because when there's less inventory, what tends to happen to price?
Price goes up.
So what situation do you want to be in?
I want to be in where I get the best price, the highest price.
So I got tonight at 6, or I can do tomorrow at 4. What's the best time for me to sit down with you so we can talk about a plan to get you top dollar?
Tonight at 6. I'll review what you have, but I just can't commit to signing anything.
And listen, I can't even commit to taking a listing, Raj. As a trained professional, I don't take every listing because if I can't help you get the outcome you're looking for, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. So the purpose of me coming out is to give you all the information you need to make the best decision for you and your family. Whatever that is, I'm okay with.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. All right. So I'll see you then. You see what I'm saying? Like
I was going all over the place. Like and I think I was just telling them a lot more. Like I was saying, like they have to come to it themselves. Otherwise, they're just going to feel they're forced.
And I got you to say 2 things. I got you to say waiting till January means less. Doing it now means more. You said that.
Yes.
So now when I meet with you, it's like, hey, Raj, you said you want to get top dollar. As you already said, less inventory means top dollar. Let's get your house on the market now so we don't have to deal with that spring competition.
And I love your crystal ball analogy because when I said it, I was like, yeah, you're right. he is going to lower the rates, but we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know with anything.
Yeah, for sure. All right,
God,
Jerome,
thanks.
you had something? Oh, first of all, hello, Denise. What's up, Taylor? Hey, Lumi, what's going on? Everybody who joined recently, happy to have you guys here. Um, Go ahead, Jerome.
I did. It's like a little bit of feedback. I was going to have Raj be the seller and I was going to do it, but you already did it, David. So, Raj, you have to ask questions. You kept telling them, even though you were asking
Mm,
questions, you went to these long explanations, and then
yeah,
your questions weren't necessarily relevant. He was like, "Oh, where you moving to?" That didn't have anything to do with the interest rate thing he was talking about. He's like, "Oh, Trump's going." So, how do you see that affecting the sale of your property? Oh,
yeah,
well, I think it's going to go up or down. Well, Raj, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but let's meet so we can figure out if it's true. We know what's happening now, and then it should have all been around that, not where you moving to. So David
yeah,
handled it. He did well. You were like, I'm not signing anything. Like you got to ask questions. You were like so busy telling them, and it's not. Then he was like, what happens? And you said, oh, the price goes down. He made you say twice. You said the price go down. So you
yeah,
got to do the same thing. Get them to say what it is, and you just pounce on whatever they say, and you set up the
yeah.
appointment meeting.
I was trying to find out motivation, but I think I dug too much on that just to try to use it later. But it's not going to help. Not in this. It
You didn't
could.
dig. You didn't. It wasn't relevant. You did dig. You just wasn't. It wasn't the right
It
digging.
wasn't the right thing to dig
Okay,
on
got it, got
at
it.
that time. You're right.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I'm coming to Terrell next, but really quickly, I want to say my California people are showing out. I see you guys up early, 5:30 in the morning, and these Jersey people sleep at the wheel. What's up? All right,
Or
Terrell,
they're
go ahead. Or
or
they're
they're
what?
in line at Target.
Listen, I gotta go get me a new MacBook Pro, but they ain't going nowhere. They'll get there when I'll get there when I get there. You know, Terrell, go ahead, man. What's up?
Okay, so Raj, I thought that you was doing the opposite. You started like explaining before you even got to the question. You just started
Mm,
talking, and then it was pretty much, okay, this is the reason why I'm asked. Well, this is what I'm trying to ask you. Instead of just asking the question and then let him explain, and then you piggyback off what he says, and then you ask him another question, and you just
yeah,
keep moving them down, and then you close them out. So don't
yeah,
try to over explain. It's like you immediately started coming out the gate. Oh, this, that, and that, and this. So what I'm trying to say is this and that. Then you started asking the question. So you
yeah,
have to do it the opposite way around. Just ask him the question very direct and then let him respond. And then you ask him another question, let him respond, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and Roger's
awesome.
good on the phone. He's good when he gets in front of people. We just got to make sure you get in
I
front of more
haven't
people,
prac
man.
I
Oh,
haven't been on the phone in a few weeks, and when we're not at the gym for a few weeks, what happens?
trust me, I know it takes a minute to get back into it. So um,
It's
I'm glad you brought that up, Raj, because I do want to say one thing really quickly, because this is also about strategy. Um, I don't know if you were on the call, but I talked about having a ceiling and having a floor. There are times we got busy, life is going on, we got things happening in our life. Your standard should be maybe 20 contacts a day. But when you're getting busy and things are coming up, have a floor where you say, no matter what, I'm making 5 contacts, right? And that way you don't get out of practice. Because to your point, you step away from it for 2 weeks, it takes a minute to get back into the routine. So maybe have a floor. And the floor could be, I'm making 1 call every day, no matter what happens. However, you should never stop doing the lead gen and the follow up. You got to continue to build that muscle. So thank you for saying that, Raj. Taylor, what are we dealing with today? You have any questions or objections that you dealt with over the last week that we can role play that's going to bring you value? Because we have a smaller group, I'm going to attempt to get to everyone if I can. So
Come back to me. Let me think about it.
okay, perfect. Manny, how about you? What can we practice? And I'm gonna say this: I'm giving one pass, but if you guys are on the phone and we're doing our jobs like we should, you should have it written down. You should know these objections and questions that are giving you a tough time. What's going on, Manny?
So I'm trying to get a list in from a neighbor of mine, and he is on the fence whether he'll sign with me because the the real estate agent that helped him buy the house, he also works at my brokerage, and he just listed a house next door to his house. And he was like, yo, Manny, this guy, when I bought my house, he was there for me for my divorce. I was there for him during his divorce, and he doesn't stay in touch as much as he used to, not like you are now because you're my neighbor. So now I'm like, so he's on the fence. I'm willing to bring this other real estate agent in to do it if that would make him feel better. If that was the case, I don't want to, but if I had to, I see the overall, you know, it's not just about making money. He is a good guy. I would like to see him get top dollar, but I like to see how one of you guys would handle it. Because since I work with this other real estate agent at my brokerage, I don't want to throw him under the bus. I don't, and
I
we
get
shouldn't
that.
anyway be doing that anyway, right?
That's true.
That's not what it's about. So, can anyone give me some insight here of what they would do?
Yeah, so I want Jerome to be the agent, and Manny, I want you to pose and be the neighbor. Like, give Jerome the same type of like, hey man, you've been staying in touch, but this guy helped me. He was there for me. Like, give it to Jerome, just like the guy's giving it to you.
I'm
And let's
I'm,
role
I'm just
play it
gonna
out.
be exactly the same way he
Be
was.
exactly the same
He
way.
was
That's
just at
what we
my house
want.
yesterday for Thanksgiving, so he's actually kind of like turning into being a friend. So, Jerome, let's
All
go.
right, ring ring. Let's go.
Hello.
Yeah. What's going on, Manny?
Hey, what's going on, Jerome?
All right, so Manny, look, we're neighbors. Look, I'm here to, I'm in real estate. I know you had an agent before. I'm here to help you get the property sold, Manny.
Am I supposed to say something? I'm
You,
You
sorry.
you,
you
I,
you.
so you're the prospect. I don't know what it is. Just hit me with the objection so I can handle them.
So
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
all right.
So Jerome, yeah, like I was mentioning to you before, I I bought this house with another guy,
Okay.
and let's just say his name is Manny also. Actually,
Manny.
his
Okay.
funny thing is, guys, his name is Manny.
That's
Okay.
Just so
crazy.
just so you know.
Okay.
Um, so I bought this house through another real estate agent named Manny, and he's been, he was there for me through his divorce, my divorce. He's helped me get this house. He actually stayed in touch, and he just listed a house next to me, and he just came over to say hello before you called me. And keep in mind, guys, I did go to his house to have that meeting, so just so you understand the context here.
Okay.
Uh, and, it's between you and him. I would list with you right away. But if I did, I know, man, he's going to call me and be like, what the fuck? How would you do this to me? I stayed in touch with you all these years. And that's kind of like where I'm at right now, Jerome.
Okay. Can I ask you a honest and direct question, Manny?
Sure.
What's more important? Is it that relationship or is it getting the property sold? And be honest.
Both.
All right. I understand how you might feel that way. You might feel that it's both, but I got to ask you the question again. What's most important? Selling the property or that relationship with that guy?
If I had to say 0 to 100, picking one, I would say 75% the house and 25% the relationship.
So it's more about getting a house sold. Like I understand how those situations can be tough, but what's most important to you is getting the property sold, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And here's the thing, man. I'm not telling you to do anything. Um, I'm not forcing you to work with me. You can check out what Manny has going on, and I want to show you what I have going on to get your property sold. And you choose which option is best for you. If you decide to go with him, that's okay too. Okay?
Okay.
All
I feel
right. So
so I just want to ask you guys, no one on this call would ever entertain the idea of bringing in the other person to do it together to to get this listed.
so
If
I,
go
I
ahead,
would
Jerome.
pay a
so let me
referral.
respond real quick because you keep breaking the role playing and throwing me off a little
Sorry,
bit.
I'm sorry.
But me, no. However, if it's like really, really, really that important, I might consider it. But I don't do the team up thing. It's like, look, you got options. Look, you can like, and what's most, and I already got you. It's easy. Like, what's really more important? I'm being empathetic. I already got you, and then we set the appointment or do the listing, whatever it is. You just find out what's most important, and most of the time is getting the property sold because they're losing out. Like you're gonna lose out when you getting what you want because of another relationship. That's not fair to you, Manny. I understand you appreciate that relationship, but you also have a stake and you want to get your property sold. So I'm not telling you to go with me, but let's look at his option, look at my option, and you choose what's best for you. So I don't bring it, I don't do the let me rope somebody else thing in unless it's absolutely necessary.
And to give you a bit more context too, the other guy, Manny, yeah, he has a bigger sale volume in this neighborhood for the
I don't
past.
care.
Yeah, it
But I
doesn't
get,
matter.
Doesn't matter.
I know
Doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't.
Yeah. And here's what I will say. Like, I'm not big into like bringing this other agent in to like work with me on the deal. However, if that seller was like really like, hey, this relationship is important and I'm feeling some type of way about it. However, I do like you. I would like to work with you. I have in the past said, all right, well, let's just make it a win-win because I hear where you're coming from. So here's what I'll do. I'll take the listing, make sure you get it sold for top dollar, which is important to you. But then the other agent, Manny, I'm gonna pay him a referral fee for doing nothing. So he feels happy. He makes something off of it. He feels good about it. And I'll even make the phone call to him and let him know that you listed with me. So you don't have to make that call. You don't have to be the bad guy. I'll take that off your plate and I'll let him know at closing, I'm going to pay a referral fee to him.
That's
I
what I
don't
was
say,
thinking mostly.
but I didn't say 25%. I
Yeah,
want you to
neither did
understand
I.
I'm not looking to give 25%. I'll give maybe, I don't know, 10% or a flat amount. Just like, here's some money, kick rocks, keep it moving. But I'm going to give a referral fee. I'm not going to tell the seller what that is.
Exactly. That's mostly what I was thinking because we spoke a little bit about it last night in the living room. I have two separate living rooms in my house, and we spoke a little bit about it. And he was like, "Yo, man, the other agent actually knocked on his door today to wish him happy Thanksgiving." I was like, "Yeah, it's tough. I understand,
Yeah.
but I get and I understand everyone here has a different understanding and how they would handle it. But I think this is a situation where I might have to bring this other guy in just to
Well,
make him.
two things I have to say. You just said it, and I heard Jerome say it earlier. The word "but." You guys were saying some really positive things. I understand why you feel that way, but we got to be careful
And
not to say "but." Say "and" instead, if you can. Remember to say "and." And here's the thing: I also want you to understand, Manny. If this other agent was the best option, he would have had the listing already. Why is the house not listed with him right now?
true.
So just go get it. And here's what I want you to stop saying. I'm trying to get my neighbor's listing. My intention is to get that listing and show him why I'm the right option for his goals. And we're going to figure out a win-win so he feels good about hiring me and letting down the other Manny. Like talk about it as if like I got this, like Rod just saying, visualize it. Like that's my listing. Not I'm trying to get it. I'm going to go get my next listing. And I would even go as far as, I don't know if I told you the story before. I walked to his front door with my freaking sign and knock on the door, like, let's go. Like I'm claiming that listing. I used to do that all the time, and it's a bit ballsy, and yet I'm showing them there. I'm there for a reason. I'm there to close the deal and get the paperwork signed. I'm bringing my sign to the front door and knocking on the door and having a conversation about getting the property listed. Go get it, man. Go
Thank
get
you.
that. All
I
right.
think I think he be you believe in this stuff too much. Whatever it is he's telling you, you falling right into the trap of this. It seems like you just becoming fodder for this guy. Like I don't know, he's trying to psych you out or something like that because that stuff shouldn't even matter. I agree with David. It doesn't matter.
Nope. Because
Thank
he
you.
ain't listed with them. He ain't listed with them. Oh, we got Tiffany Tucker on the call. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Kimberly. Taylor, you ready for me?
Yeah, Jerome, did you have something though?
It's up to David.
Oh, you have more feedback, or you want the roll?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
So it was based off what Terrell said. Manny, you are believing too much. Oh, he got all this volume and all that stuff. I wasn't going to say it, but if he got volume and he a big agent, well, that's all the more reason why you should work with me because I can give you individual attention. Or the other way, whatever they say, you use it in your advantage. You can use it. Like he got a lot going on. Let me take care of this. I'm going to give you custom attention because I have the capacity to do that. Where he doesn't. He got to worry about all those other listings. So the big thing is like Terrell said, I don't believe none of that stuff. Don't believe any of it. You're believing it, and that's what's keeping me out of the game. You're believing everything that he's saying. Because like
I,
David said, if this guy was it, he would already have the listing. He trying to
I
figure
agree
out
with
who he
you.
should go with.
I agree with you. Also, I did mention too, though, that other agent lives about 30 minutes away and I live right around the corner. So who's going to pay attention more to your house and who has more invested
Or
in
you
the
gotta you
neighborhood?
gotta say it
So,
stronger and with more confidence and belief. So you're
no,
yeah.
gonna
you're
get it.
absolutely right. Because I
And,
told
and
I can't.
storytell. Like, do you know of a situation, Manny, whether it was you or another agent, where having the agent in close proximity to the listing was a benefit to the seller? If you can think of something or even make something up, tell that story. Like, hey, I live in the neighborhood and I know this other agent's half an hour out. Like, I had an agent in my office that had a buyer that had to make a purchase like that day. They were doing like a 1031 exchange. It was a matter of getting that property under contract immediately. And they tried to call the other agent. This guy couldn't get to him, couldn't show the house because he lived too far away. Right? I'm here. Somebody needs something with your house, I'm right next door. An issue arises with your house, I'm right next. Like, storytell around that. I'm just giving you like a brief example, but show him like how it's benefited other people by having the agent like right there in the neighborhood. Plus, you know the neighborhood. You can sell the neighborhood, right?
1,000,000%.
So that's the type of stuff I think about. Good stuff, Manny. I appreciate it. All right,
That's his
Taylor,
advantage.
let's go.
All right, so I had one. The seller was going to relist after 3 months when her days on market would reset, and her other agents even told her to interview other agents. But she wasn't ready to like get it sold right away. But she was like more leaning towards the other agent. She said it wasn't the agent, it was more the conditions. So when they initially listed it, there were two fires like pretty close together, and then they had ripped up the road because it was all like the road was dirt. They ripped up the road so nobody could get there, and that's why the house didn't sell. So she thinks it's more like, you know, conditions versus agent.
So you're talking about you're in California, so you guys are dealing with all those wildfires in California.
Mhm.
And because of those fires, they had to rip the road up, close entry into the neighborhood so people couldn't see the house. And she believes the home didn't sell, not because the agent not doing their job, but because people couldn't actually get to the property.
Yeah, they ripped up the road because they were repaving it, but
Hmm.
then yeah, the fires and everything else is accurate. They couldn't get to
Interesting.
it. The house couldn't get shown.
All right.
Uh,
And she's telling the agents, telling the seller to interview other agents.
yeah,
Okay. And you said that the seller isn't extremely motivated right now.
she can afford both properties for like 6 months if she had to, but she doesn't want to.
Okay.
So not in a
Okay.
hurry. Not in a hurry to sell.
Okay. Tiffany, you want this?
She should be in a hurry.
Yeah, I saw Tiffany. I saw her mouth moving. I was like, Tiffany, thinking there's something to say right now. I gotta get
No,
on
because
here.
it's like it's like 6 months. You have to
Role play this out
encourage.
with him. Role play it out with Taylor, like as if you're having a conversation with him. Like, let's role
Mhm.
play it out.
So
So
who's the seller?
So
Taylor's
me.
gonna be the seller. Go ahead,
So
give it to her, Taylor.
Tiffany, I appreciate you, but um, I'm gonna go back with the other agent because I feel like it wasn't the agent's fault. It was more like what was happening when we listed the property.
Okay, so I hear you saying that you think it's not the agent, right? You're saying that it's
Mhm.
circumstances that led up to the property not being sold at this time, correct?
Yeah, two fires and then the road was ripped up.
Okay, great. But your agent is encouraging you to interview other agents, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I would like to focus on being interviewed to sell your property. So let me ask you this question. You stated that you can hold on to the property for 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not like pinched to sell it. I can afford both.
Okay, so 6 months. So let's focus on the 6 month window. So if we can get this property listed, okay, this month and get it sold within a 90-day period, then you wouldn't have to pay this mortgage for the next 3 months. So how would
Mhm.
that look for you?
Um, it would look good for sure, but I even told my other agent I'm not lowering the price.
Okay, great. So that's all the more reason why we should meet, because I would want to get into the price with you and understand what your bottom line is. Do you have 2 o'clock today or 3 o'clock tomorrow? Which would you prefer?
Well, Tiffany, I appreciate you, and I will interview when the time comes, but I want to wait until my days on market resets,
Mhm.
so it looks like a fresh listing. So
Okay, so
when
your property is not currently off the market.
no, it is off the market.
It is off the market.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, Taylor, your days on market reset once the marketing agreement with the previous agent is no longer valid. So are you currently expired off the market?
Correct. And in this area, and if you relist within 90 days, it keeps counting the days on market. So I appreciate you. If you want to reach out to me in March or like in February, that's when we plan to relist it. Like I said, after that 90 days in
So
the
Taylor,
days
what's
on market.
most important to you? Is it resetting the days on market or getting the most money you possibly can for this property?
Well, I would say getting the most amount of money for this property.
Absolutely. I would think that would be your answer. So,
Mhm.
as I stated, let's meet. You don't necessarily have to sign anything immediately, but at least you won't want to hear what I have to say if it's beneficial to you, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, great. I have 2 o'clock today or 3 o'clock tomorrow. Which would you prefer?
let's do two.
2 o'clock is good for me as well. I'll see you at 2 o'clock.
Straight to the point, shutting it down. Tiffany, I love that. And here's the thing, too, Tiffany. I don't know if you were thinking this, but I was thinking this as well. The whole days on market thing, it doesn't matter if it resets. We can
Mm-mm.
go on Zillow, we can go on the MLS, and we can see that it was listed before. Like that's playing games. Like
Mhm.
Mhm.
any agent would know that that house was listed previously. So if I'm taking my clients out, I'm gonna be like, oh no, it's not a new listing. It was on the market before and it
Mhm.
expired. Now it's back on the market. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Well,
And
the only time, days on market does matter, but it doesn't in this sense,
in this
right?
sense, it doesn't. Yes, you're right. You're right. And then also, hell, what's gonna happen with the market in March? Anybody know?
Nobody knows.
We don't know. So waiting until March, it could be a benefit, but it also could be to your detriment. I don't know about you, Taylor, but I'm not a gambler when it comes to my money. I don't gamble. And so the best time to get your home sold is now because we know what's happening in the market. I cannot predict what's happening in March. Interest rates may be higher, right? I don't know. And so the best
Well,
thing to do is get it sold now.
well, David, I appreciate that, but like I said, I'm not really in a hurry right now. So give me a call in January and we can go from
Listen, I'm not in a hurry either. And yet, Taylor, I don't know if you've heard this before, but sometimes, if you're in a rush situation, you can end up with a bad option. And I don't want you to come to January and be in a hurry to get this property sold and end up interviewing the wrong agent that can't get the job done. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not here to pressure you into making a decision. I'm going to come by either tonight at 6 or tomorrow at 4. I'm going to lay out everything for you and show you what I do to get property sold, and the timing on when you make that decision is going to be up to you. But let's at least meet now when you're not in a hurry so that when you do have to make a decision, you have all the information you need. So will tonight at 6 work, or will tomorrow at 4 be better?
there. All right, six works, but I'm not lowering the price.
Listen, I have to see your property first. What I will talk to you about is what the price needs to be in order for it to get sold. What you sell it for is going to be ultimately up to you. I don't take every listing, Taylor. I'll just be direct with you right now. If I don't feel that I can sell your house, I'm not going to take the listing. I'd rather turn you down than let you down. So my job is to give you the information, talk to you about pricing and what needs to happen. And it's up to you. I only work with coachable sellers. It's up to you to take that advice, just depending on your motivation. But we'll talk about that when I come by.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. I'd say something like that. Our job is just to get in the house, right? Like our focus needs to be getting belly to belly with the seller. They can tell us anything on the phone. They're out scripting us most of the time on the phone because they tell us just enough to discourage us and get us off. Our job is to push through and get in front of them and create an opportunity. Get belly to belly with that seller, because all the other agents that are out scripting, those agents aren't going to get the opportunity. When you push like Tiffany was doing, you see what she said? I want to address this issue right now. This is what we need to talk about. I'm coming out. She set the appointment, and I like the way she pushed. You want an agent like that who's going to take charge and tell you what you need to hear. That's how most of us need to show up. You got to push it. Hey, Lumi, how are you? Tell me where you're calling in from.
Hi, I'm in Dallas, Texas,
What part of Dallas?
in Fort Worth.
Fort Worth. Okay, so I used to live in Las Colinas and Irving, and I
Uh-huh.
worked for the Keller Williams office in Coppell in Dallas. So I was out there for a while. That's where I started learning all about these FISBOs and expired. So I know the Dallas market really well.
It's
Um,
really good.
yeah, yeah.
I lived in Dallas for like 10 years.
Dallas and Houston were my favorite
Plano,
cities.
yeah.
Listen, I sold property in Plano, Tiffany. I know it.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Lumi, what can we practice today that will bring you some benefit?
Whew. I'm really new to cold calling.
Okay.
Honestly, I only done one. Only
Okay.
called one time. The lady set an appointment, and 2 days later, she canceled it on me. So after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to learn how to do it. So since then, I've been just frightened to call, so.
So Lumi, let me just say this to you. It's a numbers game here. So like don't be afraid to call. You have to call. You have to be consistent every day. You ever heard someone say even a broken clock is right twice a day?
Yes.
Right. So you could just be calling, and just because you call the right person at the right time, you'll get an opportunity. Don't be afraid to call. Just pick up that phone. And what I will tell you is focus on coming from contribution. I say this all the time. Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough people get what they want, you always get what you want. So your goal needs to be to make these calls, find out what the seller is looking to accomplish and what their goal is, what their motivation is, and then help them achieve that. Don't get caught up in the results of, hey, I got to get this appointment, I got to get this listing. Your whole focus should be, I need to help this seller, so I'm going to get on the phone and figure out what their why is and what they need to work on. So I'd love to do a role play with you just to kind of ease you into it and help you get comfortable making calls. So who are you calling, FSBOs or expireds?
I was going to after expires, but yeah.
Expireds, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we have Raj? Can you be an expired?
Sure.
Don't, on the scale of 0 to 10, be like a 2 or 3. Don't beat Lumi up too bad. Like just help ease her into it because she's new. But let's do an expired with a standard objection that an expired would get. Lumi, I don't know. Do you have a script in front of you?
I have one, yes.
Good. Use your script. Like if you feel like you even have to read verbatim from the script, read from your script. That's okay. That's what practice is all about. So I'm going to say ring, ring. And then Lumi, you start your script as if you're calling Raj and he's the expired. So ring, ring.
Sorry, I don't know if I can do it.
No, you got it. You can do it. You may not do it as well as other people, but don't compare yourself to other people. This is you working on you.
Okay, what's his name?
Raj.
Raj.
Raj. Okay. Okay, can you start again?
All right, ring, ring.
Hello? Hey, Raj. Sorry, you see,
Yeah.
I'm like so stressed out. Oh,
No, you're
I don't
good.
know
You're
if I can
doing
do
it. He just answered. Just keep going. Stay in role play. Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah. Who is this?
Hi, this is Lumi, a realtor. And before you hang up, I was hoping to ask you a quick question about the home for sale. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still for sale, I think. I'm not
Okay.
sure. It should be still for sale. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I saw it come off the market, but yeah, I wasn't sure if you sold it privately or if it's still available.
Uh, no, I guess I didn't know it came off the market, but yeah, I gotta call my agent at 9. I just gotta tell him to put it back on. Yeah, it'll be back on today, and we're gonna list it for 600. But thanks for calling.
Okay, so you're still interested to sell it, you're telling me, right? You're not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
just
just gonna
take it off
renew.
the market?
Yeah, I'm just gonna renew it with the current agent. I just have to. I think I thought it was still for sale, and you're telling me it's not. So, um, if you would call later, it'll be on the MLS.
I see. So you're planning to use the same agent even though he did not sell it?
Yeah. I didn't think he did anything wrong. I mean, he was fine. He did, I guess, what he was told.
Okay, so what do you think he kept the home from not selling?
I don't know. It's holiday season. I really don't know. I mean, it's been on there for a while. I've heard the market kind of turned or something. I don't know how the homes are in my neighborhood are selling, but it's it's weird because I thought we were ready to sell, but a
Yes,
little
I hear.
frustrating, but hopefully he'll list it and sell it again.
I hear you. Yeah. Homes are still selling every day, so I'm kind of surprised that, yours didn't sell. And now that the house is off the market, and before you make another decision and another, contract for 6 months, would it be a benefit to you to hear another opinion and another probably, marketing plan? What would you think about meeting with
I
me?
mean, sure, but I mean, I think I mean, I don't really know what else you guys do. I mean, he came here, he did a few open houses, he gave me feedback. What would your marketing plan be different?
Yes, good question. So this is the thing, we are not all the same, even though we are in the same industry. So I would like to meet with you for only 15, 20 minutes and show you how I would market your property to get it sold. And do you have some time available? Let's say 4 p.m. today, or
I
maybe
do,
6.
but I feel like honestly, I feel loyalty to this person. It's like he's a nice guy. We kind of like after working with him, 6 months, I think, since my home's been unlisted, we kind of are friends now. I feel really bad about doing that.
I understand, not a problem. You don't have no pressure for me to sign anything. I would like just to meet with you for a couple of minutes and provide you with some other insight, a different way, so you can have more information, and then it's up to you to decide who you want to sell it with, list it with. What about today? Maybe
How
15
many
minutes?
have you sold a lot of homes in my neighborhood?
Yes, I've been helping. I was in a team and I was part of the team, and we sell very many homes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you have a team.
Yes.
Okay. I sure, but I mean, I do feel bad about it. I mean, I know this person. I committed to them. I didn't realize it was off the market. I thought we were going to get offers. Uh, should I go one way or another? Oh,
So
so
no,
uh,
so hold on. Let's pause right now. I feel like we got enough into it where we can give some really good feedback. So first of all, Lumi, let me just say this. Once you got into it, you were doing good.
yeah, you were doing good.
Oh my gosh.
You were doing good. There's definitely some things that you can work on. However, you won't know what to work on if you don't practice. So I love that you got out of your comfort zone and you role played anyhow. And we have some, based on what you said, we can give you some feedback that will help you. Just
Thank you.
continue to
Thank
raise your
you.
hand.
Yes,
Continue to
thank
raise
you
your
for
hand.
pushing me.
Well, that's what you see what's on my hat right here, right? Push. This is my
Really,
training
really,
program.
this
It's
is
about
like for me a breakthrough just to get to this point to open my mouth in front of people. So thank you so much.
no, thank you for stepping up for yourself. I love that. I love that. So I want to hear some feedback from Tiffany. Then I want to hear feedback from Manny, and then Denise. I love to hear feedback. What's something
wait, was number 10 on a scale of 1 to 10? Was 10 get the F off, don't ever call me? Is that what a 10 was supposed to be?
Wait,
Like you said on a scale.
yeah. Oh, on the scale of 0 to 10, 10 would have been being tough on her, like, yeah, hanging
Okay,
up.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So you were good. Like what you were giving her, you weren't pushing too hard. You were
okay.
doing good.
I
You were
wasn't
doing good.
sure what the.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for not
You
being.
Yeah,
good.
she
But it
still
wasn't
came
it
back
wasn't
like,
a layup. It wasn't a
Yeah.
layup, Ron. You did a good job. You did
Yep.
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said he wanted a 2, and a 2 would have been like a hand holding, and you gave her a little bit of a hard time, and she did well.
You gave it. You got an assist.
There we go, Manny. All right, Tiffany, give it to us.
Okay, yeah, you did well after you got over your jitters. You need some practice. And you also need some coaching as well, because these calls go a little different. There's certain pacing, it's tonality, it's like pivotal questions that have to be asked. And I honestly think that with training and you would go a lot further on that call. But just trying it is a good step.
Thank
Love
you.
that, Tiffany. Yeah, because Tiffany's right. Like when Raj is saying things like, well, it's the holiday season and homes aren't selling, like I would have, well, let me tell you what's happening here. Let me show you what we're doing, what we're accomplishing, right? When he was like, well, hopefully he'll get it sold. I'm thinking, well, hope is not a strategy, Raj. You actually need to hear a strategy on what can happen to get your home sold. So there were certain things that he was saying that, with coaching, like Tiffany was saying, you'll know how to respond and pick up on these little nuances that he's saying so that you can help him out and give him feedback. Manny, go ahead. And then Denise is up.
No, I think you just said everything because we started doing some coaching here at Keller Williams in Miami Shores with expireds. And I think the one thing that the coach speaks to us a lot about is you have to sound confident in your conversation with him. If you don't sound confident when you're delivering the message and you don't have maybe the same tonality as the other person is speaking to you, you might not get the appointment.
Yeah. Is that Jackie Manny you're referring to?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. All right. Manny's good. Good feedback. Denise, hey, any feedback for
Yes.
Lumi?
Yeah, I want to say good job for stepping up because I know it takes courage to step up in, in front of people if you haven't practiced. So great job in that. And that's the Brandon Morellon script you're using. Sounds like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found it on the internet.
Yeah, I know a lot of the members that I know they use it and they've gotten success. I just think you just like they said, just be more confident, more assertive, and you definitely will go far. And also practice every day. I'm
Yeah.
also speaking to
Thank
myself,
you.
so yeah.
I love it. I love it. Great feedback. And I will tell you, I know Brandon's script as well. All scripts work first and foremost. It's about internalizing those scripts so you can deliver them. And then some of what Tiffany was saying, like you will learn, you have to mirror and match like how the person's
Right.
talking to help build rapport. So there are things that you do with that script that makes it more effective, but they're all great scripts. Brandon, Mike Ferry, it doesn't matter. They're
Right.
all good. It's just a matter of you learning how to internalize those scripts.
So the thing is, I have never listed a home. I helped a couple of buyers, right?
Mhm.
And in the last 4 years, I've been doing I'm paid by our broker, so I'm on the broker's team. I did contract compliance, different things like that, and now transaction settlements. So I know the business. That's how I feel like it, but I just don't have the practice to do sales, especially I would like to go after listings. So that's where I'm at.
Lumi, is so funny. There's this really great training program that I'm aware of. It's called Push, and it trains you on how to go after listings. I'm gonna have to reach out and talk to you about that because
Okay.
I can
Good.
help you and anybody else who wants to focus on that. I can definitely help you. And I will. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I want it badly. It's like I really want this. I want to change. In other words, I'm tired of just sitting on the sidelines. So yeah.
Listen, so I just got my new. I'm gonna show you guys. I just got my new Push shirts in. On the back it says "Prospect until success happens," but on the inside back here, where the collar is, you can't really see it. It says "I want it more than I fear it," and you have to want to have the success more than you fear putting yourself out there and getting on these calls and practicing and getting in front of people. You got to want it more than you fear it.
Exactly.
Also the name of the book I'm going to be dropping next year, just so you know, a little shameless plug. Anyhow, let me just tell you this, Lumi. I'm joking, but let me just be serious about this. If you really want to take listings right now, people in your office who are going after listings, shadow them. Ask them, can I come with you on the listing appointment, hear what you're saying? Can I watch you put together the paperwork? Can I watch you do CMAs? All the things that need to happen in order to take the listing, start going through that process now so you're familiar with it. And it'll make it a lot easier once you start getting those opportunities.
Right.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Out of Dallas. I love it. Jerome and then Taylor.
Yeah, I want to give you some encouragement. Lumi, you have to, this is why coaching is so important. David threw it out there. He got a program, like really consider it, really reach out to him, find out what that is about, because we should all be investing in coaching or getting a coach. Like you become better. That's what that is. You can't come in a role play or groups and get everything you need. Sometimes you need individual coaching stuff on the side. You mentioned I never listed a property, so you got some mindset stuff going on. I don't care if you listed a property or not. If your confidence comes through, I'm not worried about that. Show your confidence, and coaching will help with that. I admire you. You're like, I really want it. So be more courageous. When we told you to get up there, whether you stumble through or not. Just be confident. I'm not sure if you hear during my listing presentation, but I rolled all over. I was confident though. I messed up big time, but I was confident. I'm willing to jump into it. If you want it, be willing to jump into anything. So that mindset, you got like a lot of defeating and like limiting and self-talk, and coaching will help you like find out what that is. Because when you talking that stuff out there, I don't have any, you building the energy and you're planting those seeds. So you got to work on that stuff, and the coaching will help you with that. I want to give you that. So I commend you for being willing to go. But when somebody say get up there, you go up there. Don't make no excuses. You do what you got to do. Get beat up a little bit, and you come back. That's my feedback.
No,
Okay,
and I
thank you.
love that, Jerome, man, because I can tell you, I can think of 3 students that went through my push program. And after the closing, they said to their clients, "Thank you so much for my first opportunity to list a house." And the seller was like, "This was your first listing?" Like they had no clue. Because when you come in, you have that confidence that we're talking about. People don't question, like, how many homes have you sold? How long have you been doing this? Because when you're confident, they just assume you've been doing it forever. So the confidence is a big piece. I'm going to Taylor, then I'm going to Tiffany.
All right, Lumi, do you know what to say on a listing presentation?
Not sure.
Okay. Would you be more confident if you knew what to say?
Probably so, but the thing is, like, I feel like I'm reading everywhere, everything, and I don't know. It's a mix in my head. I don't know how to deliver it yet, or I don't know.
She needs a
Okay.
blueprint.
I was like, so yeah, so if you knew how to deliver it, like, would that make a difference?
I don't know. I haven't had any practice yet. Like, I don't know how I would do.
Well, I mean, but think about this, like take real estate out of it. Anything that you've done in your life that you hadn't done before, when you started practicing and put in the reps, you got better, right?
Right.
That's just what this is too, just putting the reps in. I mean, I'm learning, if you follow me, I just got a guitar and I'm learning how to play the guitar. I'm putting the reps in every day, learning how to hold my hands correctly and how to strum the chords. It takes time, but every day I'm getting a little bit better. It's just putting in the work. That's all.
Right.
That's
Right.
all.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks, Taylor.
And
Oh, go ahead, Taylor.
yeah,
Finish up.
real quick. Yep. One more thing. So, Lumi, I just got done with Push, and I will tell you it has greatly improved my confidence to go on a listing presentation and to be able to know what to say, especially when you get to the end of the conversation and that seller has an objection, and knowing how to overcome it is what's going to get you the listing. That's what David does. So,
Perfect.
as somebody
Thank
who
you.
just took it, it's beneficial.
I mean, we just wrapped up on Tuesday. So we just ended the class. And Taylor, it was great having you in class. Tiffany.
Yeah, I was just gonna say to not focus so much on like all of us had a beginning. We all had like that first agreement. I remember my first agreement, and I still remember. I mean, showing the house. The guy wanted to put in an offer. I had no clue how to put pen to paper, right? I still remember that date, but I remember that in all of my first, what pushed me through was the confidence. When you get into a situation like real estate, and real estate is hands-on, it's so difficult to teach the other nuances of this business. You have to have the experience, right? Of getting into a contract, moving it along to the closing. We can't teach everything about it. So what I would say is you definitely have to control what you can control, and that's your confidence. That's what pushed me through in the beginning. And then once I developed from experience the knowledge, that's what made me unstoppable. So what I would say is that you have to work on what you can work on, and that's your confidence. Because you can take coaching, you can take classes, but we cannot teach confidence. You
Right.
have to instill that in yourself. So that is the first thing that I would say is definitely work on your confidence. Stick your chest out. I don't care if you're faking it. You have to have some type of confidence.
All right. Thank you so much.
Love that. And after hearing Tiffany talk right now, I'm excited. I reached out to her. I'm gonna have her on my podcast. I'm excited to hear what we're gonna talk about. She's dropping those nuggets. All right, Tiffany, I'm ready. But Lumi, she's absolutely right. Like just it's that confidence, it's that swagger, it's the way you show up. And I didn't always have the confidence around real estate. I didn't have the confidence around public speaking. And yet what really helped me is affirmations. And I know you guys are probably thinking this is script practice. And yet the biggest script we have to push past sometimes is that script in our head that's telling us we're not good enough. So we got to address that too. And I would just tell you that, Lumi, I used to have affirmations that I would say, like, I'm a listing machine. When I sit down to get in front of people, they want to list with me. right? And I would say that over and over every day, look in the mirror and say, I am blank, what I want to be. I'm not there yet, but I'm speaking that into existence. And it goes back to this bold law. It's be, do, have. So the affirmation is who you want to be. When you know who you want to be, you look at what they're doing to be successful. You do that. And then if you're doing those activities, guess what? You'll have what you want to have, which is a successful business. So it's be, do, have, and find some affirmations. If you're big on Chat GPT, do you use that technology?
I do, yeah.
I would maybe hop on and just pour out your heart. Hey, I'm a real estate agent, haven't had any listings yet. My confidence isn't there about what to say and how to say it. I don't know all the steps, but I need to come up with a powerful affirmation that I can say out loud every day that will instill confidence in me that I'm the strong agent that people want to list with. Give me 5 affirmations that I can say every morning to myself and watch what it spits out. And then start saying it and then start believing it, and then be, do, have, do the work. And then before you know it, you'll have the confidence and you'll have the business. So yeah, I appreciate you being here and I appreciate you opening up and being vulnerable. Can we get in one last role play before
Thank you.
before we close out? All right. So
I want to do one.
Denise, that's what I'm talking about. Step up, Denise. What you want to do? What we doing?
I want to do an expired. I'm a little rusty, but I'm gonna go for it.
That's good. Matt, you feel like being the expired seller?
You got to hold 5 more minutes of space. We're gonna do 2 of them because I want to do it.
Oh, let's go. Well, actually, we got to do a quick thing because I got a hard stop at 9:30. Okay, all right, let's go. 2 minutes on the clock so that we can do 2 before 9:30.
Yes.
All right.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
What's your name? Good afternoon. Hi, am I speaking with Matthew?
Yes.
Good morning. My name is Denise. I'm a local real estate agent. I noticed your property came off the market unsold. I'm confident I can get your property sold for you. I have 2 appointments on my calendar. I have 5 and I have 7. Which would you prefer?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Denise. I'm a local real estate agent.
Oh, okay, Denise. And who are you with?
With eXp Realty.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why you're calling. But I'm certainly not gonna just jump into an appointment right away.
I understand that. So I noticed your property was listed on the market, Matthew, and it did not sell. So my question to you is, are you still interested in selling?
Well, yes. It's news to me that my my house is expired.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Matthew. When you was listed on the market, did you get any offers on the property?
Oh, we did.
You did get offers. Was it any offer that you was interested in?
Remotely, but this was like a short-term agreement. We only had a 30-day agreement. We got close to our number, but I think we could hold out and probably get a little closer.
Okay. Okay. And that is why I'm calling Matthew, because I'm confident I can help you get to that offer. I have 2 appointments on my calendar. I have 4 and I have 7. Which would you prefer?
Yeah, no, I look, I appreciate your aggressiveness and I do enjoy it. Unfortunately, my mother is my listing agent, so I'm gonna have to talk to her and see what the deal is.
Okay, I understand. I hear you said that your mother's the agent on your property. Let me ask you this, Matthew. What's more important to you, listing the property with your mom or getting the most amount of money on your property at closing?
Definitely listing with my mother. She'll kill me if I don't.
Okay. All right. And how about this? How about we find a way where we can include your mother still on the property? I understand that it's a difficult conversation to have because that is your mother and I respect that. It is difficult. How about this? If definitely you can let me stop by, hear what I have to say, and then you can decide whether it's even best for us to work together as a partnership or you can stay with your mother.
All right, time. That's time on it. So a couple of things real quick, and I want to give quick feedback. This might just be a personal thing with me, Denise. I don't like to say, let me ask you another question. I don't know what it is about that. Just ask the question, like just get into it. That was like the one piece that I want to tell you like quickly. That script that you're using, I know it can be really effective. That's not the way I go about things, but sometimes getting straight to the point, some people will say, yeah, I'll meet with you. So starting off with that is fine. And yet I love how you pivoted when he said, hey, I'm not going to meet with you. Here's what I'm willing to do. Let's have a conversation. I like how you were able to go back into your script and start digging. So that was good. Matt, really quickly, I know you want to be the expired. I'm rushing because I really got like a minute or two left. Okay. So I want somebody to be the
give me 60 seconds on the clock. I have a vacant homeowner.
Okay, so who wants to be the seller for Matt?
I'll do
it. Jerome.
All right,
yeah,
Jerome got it. All right. And hold on, let me go ahead.
Sure, give me a haircut.
I know. I'll give you 5 seconds before I start it up again. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, is this Jerome?
Yes, speaking.
Hey, Jerome. My name is Matt. I'm calling about the property at 123 Main Street.
Yeah. Well, you're like the second person that called me this morning so far, Matt. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just curious if you, if you understand the value of your property, if you're looking to understand the value of your property a little bit better.
No, not really. I haven't thought about that.
You haven't? Okay, no problem. We have where I'm at in my area. I'm doing something called circle prospecting. I'm seeing that you don't live here. I know there's some people that are encouraged to buy in this area, and you may have some equity in the property that you're unaware of, and it sounds like that might be the case. Are you opening to obtaining some information to see what that might be like? And then if it makes sense, I can show you some ways that you can cash in on that equity.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly never thought about that, but I guess I would be open to it. How would that work?
Okay. It can get a little comprehensive. I'll start by sending you an email with a home valuation email, and it's going to throw some numbers at you. We'll talk and see if they're a good fit for you. And then if not, I'll come by the property. We'll have coffee, and we'll discuss the numbers a little bit. And if we can't do that, we'll do it virtually.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Dave.
You got to it in a minute. Like you got him interested in a minute, which was really good because that's not a whole lot of time, Matt. So straight and to the point.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have pushed back a little bit, but I think you did fine. I don't know why you were eager to run it. You know you got skills, but you did fine.
Yeah. It's just what I'm doing right now, so I just want to stay. If you're practicing hurdles, you practice hurdles. If you're practicing sprinting, you practice sprinting. Right. So
yeah. You got skills though, man, and that's the whole thing. Like Lumi here. Matt's great on the phone. He's still here practicing. So, I mean, just watch by the example. The people who are having success, what are they doing? They continue to practice and sharpen the saw until they can't get it wrong. And that's just where we need to be. So I got to bounce out. I got another appointment, but thank you guys for being here on Black Friday. Appreciate you guys. Now go get on the phone and go secure some income so that you can have a great 2025. And those of you who hit me up and said you want information on Push, I'll be reaching out to you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Hope and trust you had a great Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Y'all be good. All right. Be good.